So we have 9 surfaces because we are finding the surface area of this composite figure. We have 9 total surfaces or faces of this compound figure. So I'm going to describe those 9 surfaces now. I have 4 triangles that are all the same. All right, 4 triangles that are all the same. One of them is right here. I'll outline it in green. All right, that's one triangle, and all the other ones are the same because if we look around, we can see that this base is a square, so this base also is a square up here. So they all have to have the same dimensions. All right, so anyway, we have 4 triangles of the 9 total surfaces. Then we have 4 rectangles. 4 rectangles that are all the same as well. That's this big rectangle here, and it matches up with the 4 that kind of wrap around the shape, the bottom of the shape. And then what's that last remaining surface? We just have this base down here of the prism. So I'm going to say 1 rectangle, that's the base. And now you can use different ways to describe these. This is just one way that makes sense to me, but I accounted for all 9 surfaces, 4, 4, and 1. So I have to find all those areas, and then I'm going to add them up. All right, so the 4 triangles, obviously I need to use the triangle formula for area. That's 1/2 BH. Now, I look at that specific triangle and try to figure out the dimensions, the base and height of just that triangle. I look at this line here, there's no number, so I look at a side that is in the same direction as that, or kind of parallel to it. And it's down there. So that's going to be the base of that triangle is 3.4. And then the height always meets it at a right angle, which is right there, and we go up. That's times 4.8. All right, when I do that, I get 8.16. Now, that gets me 1 triangle. So what do I have to do to get all 4? I have to multiply that by 4, and I get 32.64. All right, so that took care of 4 of my surfaces, my 4 triangles. Now, moving on to these 4 rectangles. All right, that's this one over here and the 4 matching that wrap around. So the area for a rectangle is LW. We're going to look for the length and width of that. Nice that the one I chose has both listed. We have a length of 3.4 and that width of 9. And when we multiply that, we get 30.6. That's one of them, but we have 4. So we're going to multiply that by 4 as well. And we're going to get 122.4. Now we have that 1 rectangular base left. 1 rectangular base net left. And that is that down there. And we're going to use A equals LW again because it's the area of a rectangle. All right? Square, rectangle, same thing. And just been brought to my attention that this should have been a 4, but the result stays the same. 3.4 times 9 is 30.6. Times by 4, it still gets you the 122.4. And now let's go back to that rectangular base. We have the length and width here, here and here. That's 3.4 times 3.4. And that gives us a total of 11.56. Now, we've accounted for all 9 surfaces here. We've got the 4 triangles, the 4 rectangles, and that 1 base. Now, what are we going to do with those? We're going to add them all up. That's 122.4 plus 32.64 plus 11.56 for a grand total of 166.6. And that, because its area is going to be centimeters squared, or square centimeters. There we have it. Our final answer of the test packet. Study up.